Thank you. Distinguished colleagues, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, I'm privileged to represent Armenia at this panel discussion, and I want to take the opportunity and thank UNESCO for hosting this very important event. Actually, the discussions on education transformation that are taking place globally with these sessions also here and with the UNESCO summit come right on time for Armenia, as our country is currently in active stage of educational reforms and in decision-making on the development of education for the next 10 years, up to 2030. I'm sure that the national consultations that we are currently holding, as well as the reflections here from these sessions will make, through our participation in these sessions, will eventually enable us to streamline all key elements of transformational approach in all the key documents that currently are on the table, and hence it will secure that our education policies embrace the key ideas and thoughts for securing transformational education. Amid the national consultations that are currently being placed, and by the way, we will have the major stage in the upcoming week or two, I can already state that there are a couple of elements that stand at the backbone of our vision for educational reforms and transformational education. This is all about the following. So accent on skills, attitude, values, and on top of the knowledge. Here the skills can imply both to diverse types of literacy, such as like media literacy, cyber literacy, financial literacy, etc., as well as key assets that shape the attitude of learners, like the active citizenship, care towards the mother nature, etc. A learner-centric and rights-based approach. All should have access to quality education regardless of their age and regardless of their geographic location. This is about the right to education for learners in remote and isolated areas of the country. That is our priority to secure. No one should be left behind. We should secure the right to education and the continuity of education regardless of political conflicts and crisis situation. Here I want to refer to the words of Madame Azoulay early in this morning, so that like children in Nagorno-Karabakh should have the right to education. Of course, we are not in active stage of conflict that was unleashed by Azerbaijan back in 2020, in fall 2020, but still we should do all our best to secure the right to education for the learners in Nagorno-Karabakh, regardless how long it will take to find a solution to the conflict itself. Increased adaptability of educational system to address the labor market demands, which means the adaptability of the educational programs that are typically more conservative. Accent on strengthening the usage of technology in education. Result-oriented approach, which means more and more space for teachers, educators, educational staff, and institutions to apply innovation in their everyday learning process. Interrelations with the external world, so being locally rooted but also globally informed. Constant dialogue with key stakeholders, not just the state stakeholders, but also the civil society and the youth particularly. As it means like increased and disproportionate in a positive sense financing to education. So Armenia has increased its budget allocations to education, and this is the trend we are going to follow in the next years to come. We should understand, after all, that the expenditure in education, this is not just a budget allocation, but this is investment to sustainable development, inclusive growth, and resilient society. We are determined to continue consultations with all our key stakeholders in Armenia and out of Armenia, all development partners, and of course, first of all, with the youth, to make sure that we identify the right areas for change. So for change, and I hope that by September, during the September summit, we will have already a full list of commitments that we are going to take and follow. Thank you for your attention.